you're sponsoring your wife or husband. So congratulations first of all for your marriage. But yes, let's be real, in today's world, trust is not always easy to build, especially when it comes to arranged marriages. But in love marriages too, it can happen. Maybe you are feeling a bit unsure about your spouse's true intentions or how things will plan out in future. That's why in this video we are breaking down the must-know facts about what you are really signing up for when you opt for the spousal sponsorship process. And of course, answering the big question on everyone's mind, can you back out of the sponsorship if things go sideways or even after your sponsorship application is already approved? Without wasting any time, let's start the video and dive into the important topic. So first, now let's talk about your obligation as a sponsor. So now you are sponsoring your wife or your husband. So there are some obligations that you have to fulfill. So yes, talking about what are your obligations as a sponsor. So when you sponsor your spouse, you are committed to financially support them for a minimum of 3 years. Yes. So for 3 years, you will be responsible for them from the date they became a permanent resident. So as soon as they become the permanent resident of Canada, yes, from that particular date till next 3 years, you are financially responsible for them. What this means is, that even if your relationship breaks down, or if your spouse loses a job or is in a financial trouble, basically you are legally bound to support them. And in a worse situation, if they turn to government, they ask for social assistance from the government during that particular time, then you will be required to repay that to the government. So in case your relationship breaks down, your spouse separates from you and they ask for the social assistance from the government, in that situation also you will be required to pay back the money to the government. Yes, it is very important to be aware of this responsibility of yours, as it doesn't just go away even if things doesn't work out as you have planned them to. So next important question is, can you cancel the sponsorship? The major question which everyone have in their minds. So if the application is still in process, you can withdraw the sponsorship. Yes, you will need to notify the Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada, that is the IRCC, that you want to cancel. Yes, then the IRCC will do the needful. They will withdraw the application, and then yes, once the application is withdrawn, then you won't be responsible for the financial obligations once this application, the spousal sponsorship application, is totally withdrawn. But now talking about what if the sponsorship application is already approved. So if the application is approved and your spouse has become a permanent resident of Canada, then you cannot cancel it. So even if you are separated or your relationship ends, you are still financially responsible for them for the complete 3 years duration. Let's be absolutely sure about the decision before you commit to it, because there is no going back after the approval. So now what happens if the marriage doesn't work? So many people wonder what happens like if things go wrong after the approval. So even if you divorce or you separate, as I said, your financial responsibility will continue. The government, IRCC, they do not consider the breakdown of the relationship as a reason to cancel your sponsorship obligation. It's a binding on you. It's basically a legal agreement that you have to uphold to till the end for the full 3 years duration. And you will be liable to repay any social assistance which your spouse receives. So yes, sponsoring your spouse is a huge responsibility, not just emotionally but financially also. So make sure you are fully aware of what's involved. And yes, remember, while you can withdraw your sponsorship application before the approval, but yes, once it's granted, you are locked in, there's no going back. You are locked into supporting your spouse for those 3 years, no matter what happens in your relationship. So yes, if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share and subscribe for more insights on immigration, sponsorship and other such Canadian immigration topics. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.